Tom Brady and the New England Patriots lost Super Bowl 52 by a score of 41-33 to the Philadelphia Eagles. This loss resulted in Philadelphia winning their first ever NFL championship. The Eagles entered the game as the underdog for the third consecutive game. This was due in no small part to the absence of their MVP-frontrunner quarterback, Carson Wentz. He led the league in touchdown passes with 32, before tearing his ACL in a 43-35 Week 14 win over the Los Angeles Rams. Tom Brady entered the game as the recently selected most valuable player of the NFL. His team, the New England Patriots, were favorites to win the game. Philadelphia's backup quarterback, Nick Foles, looked to spoil this outcome with one of the greatest performances in Super Bowl history, especially considering the caliber of player executing it. Both teams came out with a strong first drive and managed to put a field goal on the board to knock the score at 3-3 late in the first quarter. Nick Foles began his eruption on the Eagles' second possession, completing a deep 34-yard pass to wide receiver Alshon Jeffrey for a touchdown to take an early lead. After kicker Jake Elliott botched the extra point, the Eagles looked to defend their slim 9-3 lead. On the ensuing drive, Tom Brady started to pick apart the defense through the air and drove his team down the field before coming up short on a 3rd and 2 attempt. On 4th down, kicker Stephen Gostkowski missed a 26-yard field goal attempt after the holder mishandled the snap. This left New England still trailing 9-3 after a strong offensive drive down the field. After a few stagnant drives both ways, the Patriots ran a play that would become infamous after the game. On 3rd and 5, New England ran a trick play designed to end with quarterback Tom Brady receiving a pass from wide receiver Julian Edelman. The play was executed almost perfectly, and Tom Brady was wide open for the catch, but couldn't handle it, resulting in a drop. The Patriots went for it on 4th and 5, but Tom Brady's pass to tight end Rob Gronkowski was broken up, resulting in a turnover on downs. The Eagles continued their offensive masterclass, driving down the field for yet another touchdown on a run up the middle by LeGarrette Blount. After a failed 2-point conversion, the Eagles kicked it away with a 15-3 lead about halfway through the second quarter. After their next drive sputtered, New England was forced to kick another field goal and managed to convert it this time to cut the lead to 15-6. After some back and forth drives that flamed out with no points, New England managed to possess the ball long enough to get into the end zone for the first time and began to close the scoring gap despite a missed extra point. Trailing 15-12, the Patriots looked to get a defensive stop and take the lead for the first time. This plan was nearly fulfilled until the Eagles' possession resulted in the most iconic play of the game, the Philly Special. This was also a trick play, designed to result in a pass to the quarterback, Nick Foles. The offense executed the play perfectly, on 4th down no less, and managed to get the ball into Nick Foles' hands for a touchdown. This allowed Philadelphia to enter halftime with a 10-point, 22-12 lead. The game would be a back-and-forth affair throughout, with Tom Brady ultimately being defeated by a score of 41-33 after a valiant effort from Philadelphia and New England. He was awarded Super Bowl MVP after going 28-43 passing for 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a single interception. Tom Brady certainly outdueled his opposition that day, but still managed to come up short despite his 28-48 passing for 505 yards and 3 touchdowns. This performance is one of the single greatest Super Bowl performances ever. Brady is the first quarterback in history to record 500 yards in the Super Bowl, but this accolade is diminished by the loss and hardly discussed. Tom Brady would go on to win 2 future Super Bowls, one more with the Patriots against the Los Angeles Rams, and one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Kansas City Chiefs. He is currently the 3rd most likely to win MVP according to OddsShark in the 2021 season. Many consider him the greatest quarterback of all time, despite the loss.